Okay, this Teros stuff is really not that serious. So for those of you unaware, the official, as we get closer to the release date of Sonic X Shadow Generation, Sonic the Hedgehog's official Twitter account posted this little promotional video showcasing how Teros is gonna look in game. Now my initial impressions was, hey, he kind of look cool. He kind of look a little bit cool. You know, he got the droopy quills. He got the gold chains. He got the scar and stuff. Okay, cool. Right, that's how I personally felt when I first seen his original design. But there has been a lot of discourse surrounding Teros, unfortunately for better and for worse. Now we have returned to the great quills debate. Now, Sox Tiger, right, had released this image kind of explaining the community, or representing a lot of the community's issues with Sonic, or with Terios' design in Sonic X Shadow Generations, right? So, okay, last time I'm gonna talk about this. Here's a diagram of why Terios' new quills don't work for me. Pretend you have no idea who Shadow is and you're a gun agent reviewing security footage, right? Sonic, yeah, this looks like Sonic. That's Sonic, probably Sonic. I don't think that's Sonic. Definitely Sonic. Looks like Sonic to me. Wasting my damn time. That's him. That's the guy. Right? They then follow up the thread by saying he looks enough like Sonic from the front, but it falls apart from any other angle, which is dumb, since the entire point of a doppelganger is that they look like you under multiple conditions. That is the entire plot of what SA2 revolves around. Reading comprehension on an off day, huh? I said new quills, not the quills he had in his concept sketches because they are modeled differently. I specified new because they are not the same, showcasing one of the original designs that Terios had and showing how the quills look in game. Mental institutions looking real vacant right now. I feel like a lot of y'all would better. English. Fuck. Mental institutions looking real vacant right now. Feel like a lot of y'all would benefit from capitalizing on it. Okay, that last part was a little crazy. I'm sorry, but way too far with some quill stuff. This just gets frustrating. And basically, now, here's my take on it, because I think a lot of this debate is completely stupid, and in fact the entirety of SA2's plot is hinged off of the gun agents and by extension the government confusing Sonic with Shadow. And Terios in his original design looks a lot more like Sonic in some of the concept arts that have been published. But my issue comes to when you sit here and you attempt to advocate that you know better than the design team of saying, oh, they misinterpreted his quills, when there has been multiple concept arts depicting his quills from any type of angle, right? You can see, what is the one? Like this image right here is the one. This is more than likely, or most definitely, when you look at the comparison, the concept art that they chose to use for Sonic X Shadow Generations. Now, to clarify my stance, I have no issue if you are disappointed that this is the design they selected. I have no issue if you think, hey, this could have been better. I don't like this design personally, or hey, I think it's cool, it should look like this. I don't like the droopiness, right? And that's completely fair. But my issue with this is when people attempt to say that they know more than the original design team. I hate to break it to you, buddy, but everyone who worked on this design is still active and working at Sonic Team, which means more than likely they were able to sign off on this being not only incorporated into the game, but verify and approve of how it looks in the game, right? And even the funniest part about all this is that they showed us how it looked like way back then. So if you were gonna get mad at the design, hate to break it to you, buddy, you should have been mad back when this was announced way back when, right? So on one hand, I understand why people were upset, but I think to the extent to clarify and hold the belief that you single-handedly know more than the entire development team is completely and utterly ridiculous. I'm gonna keep it 1 billion with you, right? And even like, okay, yeah, making edits like this is completely fine. Like, I have no issue, that's your point. But if you then try to like argue, hey, I know more than you, right? And even this tweet right here, people go around they misinterpreted his quills like Uwakawa doesn't still work there. Like they probably asked me, said, yeah, it's fun, I don't really care, right? And even the Hiroshino, right? One of the other individuals who was working on Shadow's design that made this sketch that everyone likes to throw around, hey, he still works there. He was like, yo, I kind of don't care. And in my personal opinion, like one of my least favorite aspects of the Sonic community and just I guess more accurately Sonic Twitter culture is the quills debate, the great quills debate. How does Sonic's quills look in every game? And on one hand, I get if you don't like it, but then like it just feels so fucking stupid. It feels so fucking stupid. It's so dumb. There's nothing productive about the converse, the great quill debates. It's the epitome of we really have nothing to talk about. That's kind of crazy. Triple Q, my goat. You don't have to like how Terios looks, but getting mad at it for not exactly adhering to concept art is like flipping out over the non-canon cutting room floor stories from the Pokemon League. People seem to forget that, hey, these designs were never really meant to see the public eye. In fact, Sonic Team tweeted them out or incorporated them in the 25th anniversary just because. To be like, hey, you want to see behind closed doors? Because people love to see that stuff, right? And I get the idea of, hey, I mean, isn't the real whole point of Teros that it's supposed to be Shadow's concept art? Teros is just beta Shadow, which is obviously not a final design, so it should represent the concept art in this kind of case. Making the quills kind of different is less justified here, right? But it doesn't change the fact that all the designers who worked on the design still work at Sonic Team. And matter of fact, there has been numerous amounts of concept art when they removed it from that point of Teros to getting to that final mark of Shadow the Hedgehog. So you can, the issue is that you can frame it as, hey, they just picked the one I don't like. And you could be fine if that's what you're articulating, but if you're going down the point of they completely misinterpreted how the design is supposed to be when both the character designers still work there, it's completely laughable and it is genuinely both unhinged, silly, and stupid as hell. Like, I don't know. I think a lot of this is super silly, super dumb, and to be completely honest, the doppelganger narrative in SA2 is kind of like, even as a little kid, I was like, there's no way they think the blue and red hedgehog and black imp, like they literally have an HD image of Gun. No matter which Terios design you pick, right, you're gonna see this dude with a scar on his face, a scarf on, and you're gonna be like, yeah, that's Sonic the Hedgehog. Like, you don't think that's just a little bit silly? I think if anything, it would probably make the comparisons worse, because you could just look at the color schemes and like if you just had a vague outline, like if you had a black and white image, which I think this kind of both talk. If you had like, if Gun only were able to have black and white security cam footage, and they had like any Terios design and Sonic, I'd understand the whole point of, damn, we don't know if this is Sonic or Shadow, or we don't know if this is Sonic or not, or yeah, that's Sonic the Hedgehog. But because of the fact they have an HD high definition footage, which would have been him in his stupid ass scar, probably with the scarf on, no matter how you paint that, it's gonna be like, oh, that's Sonic the Hedgehog. That don't look like Sonic the Hedgehog. I don't think Sonic is a great creature, right? But that's just a plot point of SA2 that I really am not a fan of. But that's really it. I guess, like, it's cool that, like, this shit is so stupid, right? They want it to be great at all costs, you know, but like, it's a skin, it's a pre-order bonus. They want you to spend more money so you get a skin. If you don't like it, just don't buy it. This is like the one time I will advocate for the don't like it, don't buy it mindset, because a lot of the time I feel like it doesn't really change the core issues, but this is literally like, who cares, bro? It's a silly little deal skin. Like, if you want to talk about good looking, look at my glorious King Mephiles. Look at the glow up they gave to this man. Look at Shadow and just some of the gameplay footage of this game. But that's really it. For whatever reason, the algorithm likes when I make Sonic content. So, and I really just think this whole situation is completely blown out of proportion. If you don't like it, just don't buy it. I'm gonna keep it a brick with you. It's stupid, it's pointless, it's a waste of time. But let me know how you feel about it down in the comment section below. We got that Sonic Unleashed retrospective. Hopefully, if everything goes right, I can drop that on Monday and be done and enjoy Sonic X Shadow Generations. But let me know how you feel about it in the comment section down below. And I'm probably gonna go lock in. I got a math test coming up. I'm not ready for it, but you know, change time. Yomp.